Hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the first in a series of monthly Instagram lives that I'm going to be doing with Laurie Gerber from the Handel Group. And I'm just really excited. She's somebody that I recently started working with, and I thought that as I learn and have been taken in these gems that have helped and served me in my life, I wanted to share and bring all this amazing stuff to all of you in a way that hopefully, even if you take a little piece of it, it could be helpful, and that would be great. So that is the impetus behind this. And like I said, we're going to be doing this monthly. So please send me messages, send me emails, let me know what it is that you're interested in talking about, and we will put that in there. And while we do this, feel free to send questions as well. So I'm going to bring in Laurie Gerber in a second because I have to, Laurie, if you're on, if you want to send me a request, because I don't see it at the moment, to join, that would be great. Hi everyone, thank you for all the waves and hellos. I love seeing all these names pop up. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment on my hair. My hair, as everybody knows, has been going through a lot of transitions as it started to come back. And with COVID, it's just been growing in all ways, and I really can't do anything about it. So I'm making the most of it and just playing around. Oh, here we go. I think we're about to connect. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. This is a new way to see you, stacked instead of...
Right. This IG Live is a little bit new to me. I've done them with other people, but I have not initiated them myself, so I was like hoping that it would work. So here we are.
It's no small feat. It was the easiest I've ever had at getting into one of these. So.
Well, great. Well, it's so nice to see you, and thank you for doing this. As I was telling everybody, this all kind of started with this thought that, I've been learning so much from you through all of your knowledge and the method. And I just thought that it'd be great to kind of bring it to more people and share anything we can to help us all have a better life, really. Yeah. Especially now, it's tough. And so today the theme of today is the power of a dream. And that's something that you talked about very early when we what that even means in general. Like, how do you dream with the kind of Handel method behind it?
Yeah. To me, I'm just plugging this in because I can see that there's like a little bit of a juice problem here, but hold on. So I found the dreaming aspect of the Handel method to be what distinguished it from other methods. Other things. I had tried a lot of things. I had tried a lot of spiritual things, a lot of therapy things, a lot of guru things, a lot of courses. And the way in which I was asked to dream, two things. One, I was asked to dream in all areas of my life before I even started the coaching. So that blew my mind right there, because there were many areas like fun and adventure, spirituality, body, that I didn't even have a dream, didn't want to dream, wasn't coming for. So that was crazy. And then I really hadn't asked myself. I was really just kind of going according to society, like, oh, I should want to build my business, I should want to get married, I should want to, like, I wasn't really doing my own thinking and feeling about what I cared about. So specifically in the Handel method of dreaming, we're trying to strip away all of those influences and bring you back to the source of your own heart. And again, nobody had really personalized it for me that way, and that's what we're trying to do with people. But we also have questions we want to ask you so that you articulate it in a way that will inspire you to act rather than overwhelm yourself or underwhelm yourself.
And I think that for me has always been the thing, like how you describe it, how you verbalize it. I think I still haven't really figured it out, because we talk about it sometimes, and the way I dream, or I think part of it is kind of growing up feeling like it was too scary to even say those things out loud. And I think we all kind of feel that way. For most of the people I speak to, is like, if you say it, it's, maybe there's like this thing that's going to, like, you've called it in and you've now ruined your luck, or all the other
You
superstitions
jinxed
that
it.
come.
Yeah.
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 When actually you say that saying it can bring it into existence if you kind of frame it the right way, right?
Yeah. Especially, it's, you know how like you can't tell, you must find this too, like when you're reading a script, like you don't really know how it is till you speak it, right? You just the words on the paper aren't even enough if you even get the words right.
Right.
So we're trying to get you to embody a feeling, and that's the first step. And the first difference between this and other methods is if you can't feel it and it doesn't feel resonant with your heart, give you goosebumps, you're just not there yet. Like you might be at the first level, but you're not at the deepest level. And what I came to see was I was like nowhere near mission driven. I could talk the talk of like, oh yes, we should be mission driven. But I had no idea what I actually cared about, what my mission was. But I never did the thinking. I never did the feeling. So we're trying to get you underneath to say something true. And that's usually a relief because we think we want money, popularity, acquisitions, controlling people. Like we think we want certain things that are actually quite hard to accomplish. When the things that most people really want, like connections, feeling like you're making an impact, being able to relax and be present, you know, like the things that people deeply want in their hearts are actually way more attainable than you think you should want. So that's very helpful. And the other thing we do is we say, think a year out, a stretch but doable. So forget grandiosity, forget fantasy. That's not what this is. We're not like, I have $3 million by next week, or I'm going to be an Olympian, Broadway actress. No, I mean for some of you.
I'm like, what?
A lot of people come to us with, you know, with different backgrounds, and we are very happy to say, listen, that's a pipe dream. We're dealing in a year, a stretch but doable, because that's what we can use our methodology for. I can't use your method out. I can't use it on fantasy. And I also can't use it on something boring that isn't really you. It has to be really you, and it has to be a stretch but doable. That we can work on.
Well, and I also, what I liked, and I think I was really clear when we first even like kind of initially thought about talking and working together, as I said, if you start telling me things happen for a reason, this is not a good fit for me. Because I'm just not that person. It makes me crazy when people say that to me. And so this feels like something that is active and something that I have control over, and something that very much I believe that, you know, life is random. And so I need to make of it what I can.
This method happens to fit with your philosophy. It also fits with other philosophies.
I'm sure we can meld it in. That's true. And so something that I think about a lot, and people are constantly asking me about this, is what do you do when you lose faith in your dreams? What if you've been doing all the right things, right?
Right.
What do you do if it doesn't happen?
Yeah. There's a few, I mean, I have a theory, and it's a theory. It's not, you know, we teach this at MIT, so they often teach us about, you know, science, like what can be proven and what can't. But I have a theory that if it's yours, it's yours. Like if you're really at the core of what's yours, that it's coming from some place that's not here, but it's coming from some innate place. It's in your consciousness for a reason. And I don't believe in a world where that thing isn't attainable. Now, I will say some people think in their core, they're like, it needs to be tall, it needs to be dark, it needs to be handsome, it needs to make $300,000 a year, it needs to be a doctor. That's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking about a laundry list of demands, because that I cannot promise you. I definitely cannot promise you. But when you really get to the core of the feeling that you want to have, because that's what this is all about anyway, because then we know we die, right? And you don't take anything with you. So it's really a feeling that we're looking for. I think if you can really get to that feeling and articulate that, it's yours. So it's not that it happens quickly, but it is possible. And one of my teachers that I have read a lot about, his name is Neville Goddard. He teaches about the power of your imagination. And he says that the speed with which you will manifest into your life that which you desire is directly correlated to how natural it feels when you imagine it. How natural it feels when you imagine it. So the actual practice of being able to imagine it makes it can speed up the process. Now, my answer to that, my very practical MIT answer to that is, well, how can I get myself to imagine something I haven't been imagining, I have no neural pathways for, I don't believe in yet? right? How do I believe in love if I've never had love before? How do I believe in great sex if I've never had great sex before? How do I believe in the job of my dreams if I've never had the job of my dreams before? That's the Handel method, right? First, we literally open up your imagination to new ideas. Like, we're going to give you some, right? So, like, your imagination. And then we remove the obstacles to your imagination by directing your attention to new places so that you can start to believe, even if you have to borrow someone else's belief, or you have to research it on the internet, or if you have to come up with 10 different ways you could get it. That's one of the first things my coach did. I said, I'd like to increase my business by 10%. She said, how about double it? And I was like, I can't imagine that. Paradigm. She said, great, come up with 10 ways it could happen. I came up with 10 ways it could happen. It happened within the next year. And not the 10 ways I came up with. But she broke my brain. She forced me to think something different so that I could start to imagine it and feel it. And then I recognize the cues.
It's interesting. I was literally just having a conversation with one of my close friends yesterday, and we were discussing people in our life who we work with, and we were kind of commiserating about like our teams. You know, she's also an actress, and she was telling me a story about one of her reps, and I said to her, I was like, why is this person not seeing more than you could ever see for yourself? Like, why are you having to and I heard you in my head, and I heard everything that I've always felt. Is like, if you have to convince somebody that you could do, or all these things were possible, and they're supposed to be representing you, it just feels a little like it's not fitting, you know? I mean, they should be seeing the moon when you can't even see it, you know? And so I think a little bit of that is what you're saying, in the sense of just like things that we've probably been too afraid to even imagine for ourselves, you hope that you can bring out in us.
Indeed, right? And I run a community call every morning at 9 a.m. with a group, and you can really see that, you know, like for free, we get together every morning, 9 a.m. to cheer each other on. See that we're borrowing each other's, somebody Wayne, somebody, you know, we're borrowing each other's belief and confidence, and we're purposely brainwashing ourselves with positive stories. We're purposely researching that which we wish to believe in, and feeding ourselves that. And it really does help. If you can, it might not be your rep, but it might be your
rep. Well, somebody in your life. Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think gets in people's way the most?
We believe that we're genius. We really believe, we listen to the voices in our head like they're the voice of God, and we don't question it enough. So, I mean, when I came to coaching, I had myriad theories on how the world worked, and I was right. Like, I proved it right. I looked for all the evidence that agreed with it. It's called the confirmation bias or unconscious bias. And I ruled out all the things that did, you know, like, can I have fun without eating sugar all day? Nope, don't think so. Can I get my sex life back? Nope. Survey says not at this age, not with those children. You know, can I really make money doing something I love? I don't see it happening very, you know, like, and I was sure. And honestly, the only reason I ever even pursued the Handel method is because I looked at my coach. I knew her at the time, and she was living it. So I had too much dissonance in my mind, right? Like, I couldn't make sense of how was she proving those things? How is she proving that you can have a great family life and a great career? How is she proving it's easy to get back in shape after having a baby? Like, and if I hadn't seen the example, I wouldn't have been tipped off to the fact that I was worshiping my own beliefs, not realizing that they were actually theories I was proving.
Well, and it's comfortable. It gives you an excuse. I mean, I know, I mean, for me, I'm guilty of that myself, kind of this narratives that we give ourselves in the sense of the whys. It almost gives you an out as for why certain things have happened or not happened.
We are, as human creatures, programmed to want to stay the way that we are for survival. Like, we just are supposed to procreate. Like, that's actually our only biological, you know, imperative. So it makes sense that we would be biased towards comfort and lack of risk. It just doesn't make us happy. Like, our hearts have evolved.
Well, for me, I know putting yourself out there with a new narrative or a new story gives you, at least for me, it feels like you don't have, you know, anything to fall back on. And it's like, it's almost like you're dating. You're putting yourself out there, and you could be crushed. So then what? You know, or you could fly.
The learning I have gotten from watching many, many people put themselves out there for business risks, love risks, you name it, athletic risks, it actually feels better to do it and fail. That's what the data shows. That the pride you get, the stories you get, the credentials you earn, the self-respect you
I think we're having a connection issue.
by
Bear with us. Oh, there you are.
in the game
okay.
is still way better than staying on the bench.
Right. Right. So can you give us an example of can you take us through what, not necessarily a dream, the way someone would frame a dream that you need to work on, and then how you would actually frame it? Like, give us an example of not a great one and what would be one that would be. I think I'll bring her in as soon as she comes back. There might be a little internet glitch here going on, and then we can restart. And feel free to send questions, guys, because we want to hear from you, and I want to hear what's on your mind. And we have someone here that could help you. Here we go. Bringing Laurie back on. Hi, everyone. Oh, there you are.
I froze in such a funny
I know. Way. Well, what I was saying is that leads us into a good, I think, bridge into, can you share an example of a dream with us? One that maybe wasn't great, and then how you would reword it.
Yeah.
Reframe it.
I prepared. Okay. So here's a before. See if you notice the differences here. Okay. I would finally be dealing with everything and managing it well. I'd have an assistant who takes things off my plate. I wouldn't be so stressed all the time, and I'd actually like my clients. I would stop overbooking. I would be flying high every day and bringing home the bacon. Business would be booming. Okay, that was the before. You notice it's kind of vague. It's kind of grandiose. It's kind of what's wrong from this dream. All right.
Yep.
After, ready? I am highly engaged, energized, accomplishing so much. I'm fun and I'm having fun. And with whom I work, we all make each other better. I'm connected to I make an amazing revenue. I'm a powerhouse, and I'm looked to for my creativity, vision, and decisiveness. I'm so proud of what I'm making possible for people.
We're having connection problems again. I'm not sure if you can hear me, Laurie, but you are, the circle's around again. It's coming in and out. Oh, there you are. Can you see me? Oh, but I can't hear you. Oh, technology. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Okay, we're going to try that again. Hello, Morocco. I love Morocco. I was there some years ago. I don't even remember when now. And it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Oh my God, I love it so much. So hello, Morocco. The sunsets and sunrises there are pretty magical. So I'm going to bring Laurie back on. Oh, there we are. Okay. Hopefully this is better.
I think you get a minute at a time. I don't know.
Maybe everybody's on right now. The internet's only able to be sparsed out a little bit.
I'm not feeling it. Could you hear the dreams?
Could you hear the dreams? We heard like and a little bit of the better one, but not most of it. If we get a better connection, then I think we should redo the second one. Hello, Pakistan. Hello, Brazil. I love everybody telling us where you're calling in from or where you're joining from. I saw the Philippines. Hello. What time is it in all of these places? My goodness. Punta Cana. Amazing. Oh, here we go. Hi. Punta Cana. And Pakistan and Brazil. Thank you for, I mean, I feel like it's pretty late in some of these places, so thank you for staying up with me. I appreciate it. Hi, Madhuri. Philippines living in New Jersey. Nice. That sounds better. This feels clearer.
I don't know what to tell you. I went off Wi-Fi. Now I'm on cellular. We'll see.
This feels clearer. So we did hear the first version of the dream. If you can redo the second one, that would be awesome.
Okay. I am highly engaged, energized, and accomplishing so much. I am fun and I'm having fun. I love how and with whom I work. We all make each other better. I'm connected to my vision and I'm enjoying the collaboration I get to do each day. I'm so brilliant with how I design my time. I make great deals. I bring in amazing revenue. I'm a powerhouse and I'm looked to for my creativity for people. What do you notice about the differences?
Well, that sounds like something I think we all want. It sounds pretty amazing. Yeah. I mean, it feels specific, and it feels like it's connected actually much more to kind of a more holistic overall take on things. Does that sound? Wait, now I'm losing you again. Oh no. Hello, Malaysia. Oh, I think you're there. But now I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you if you can hear me. That's okay. It happens. We've got technical difficulties. Sorry, everyone. Let's see. We can maybe call it and we'll figure it out next time. I know the connection. I'll just talk to you guys for a while. Let's try this one more time. Okay, guys, thank you for bearing with us. You guys are so patient as we all talk about our dreams. If anybody else wants to come on with me and tell me about your dreams, send a request. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I don't know. When should you give up on a dream? That's a good question.
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, is this a trick question? I don't know if this is what's happened, but while we have a few minutes, why don't you tell us just something just kind of actionable that we can all take away with from here, in the sense of like how we should start thinking about our dreams and ourselves. And we have connections. See, this is what happens. You ask these questions and then we're like left with who knows if we're going to hear an answer. Okay, well, oh, there you are. Let's see. I will, all right. I think I'm going to let Laurie off the hook because I don't think this is happening, but we can continue this next time. Thank you guys for hanging in. chime in and tell me a dream of yours, and we can talk for a little bit. I'm happy to hear it. Send me a request if you want. Madhuri is saying, I have questions. Go ahead, Madhuri, ask a question. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Hello, Spain. Good night from Spain. Good night. So I'm just seeing if we have a question or two coming through. If not, then we'll wrap it up. But I'm going to wait another minute and see. Oh, I love how global this community is. I feel like I've seen countries from Thailand, Philippines, Brazil. I saw India. I saw Pakistan. I saw Brazil, Spain. Oh, Kansas City. Nice. Kansas City in the USA. Have I been to Puerto Rico? Yes, I have. I've been there a few times. I almost got married in Puerto Rico. Yes, the Handel group. She's saying the point about dream music. It's the only way. If you're not going to think it or want it, then how's it going to happen? Have I ever been to Egypt? Yes, I have. Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. Hello. Have I ever been to Egypt? Egypt, I went to with my family a while ago, and I loved it. Have one of my upcoming movies. So I am in post-production on a movie called Hummingbird right now, which I'm very excited to share with everyone. Hopefully it'll be out next year. And it's a very cool kind of dark superhero fantasy film, so stay tuned on that. I'm also in a movie called I'll Meet You There that was supposed to premiere at South by Southwest. But obviously with COVID, the festival got canceled, so now we're just kind of seeing where it will land. Am I making more books? Yes, I am, actually, and there will be news on that soon. I can't quite talk about it yet, but there are several books in the works. And I'm very excited. I feel like it's something I love as much as acting, and I think it's because it's just it's storytelling and sharing stories, and that is what I love to do. Have I been to Punta Cana? I think so. I can't remember, but I think so. My granddad just loves You look fantastic. Well, that's very nice. Thank you. So I will take one more question if anyone has it before I wrap it up. but I really enjoyed kind of saying hi to everyone, checking in. Hope everyone's staying well, staying hopeful. He is turning 2 this September. Perfect. Amazing. And well, happy early birthday to your son. Let me know how he enjoys the book. What's a quote or song lyric that inspires you? Well, there's something from On the Road, Jack Kerouac, that I love. And it's a longer piece, but it's basically the only people for me are the mad ones. The ones who are mad to live, mad to be, all that whole quote is really what I love. Because again, it's just about finding your passion, and so that passion should keep you up at night. So anyway, thank you for joining me and Laurie. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Dream. This whole thing was really about talking to you guys about dreaming. So please just dream, make it juicy, make it specific. Go there, go where you could never have imagined you would, and say it out loud, mean it, believe it, and then figure out how you'd get there, because it's possible. So I'm sending you lots of love. Until next time, we'll see you next month. We're going to do this monthly. So let me know what you want to talk about.